Okay, are we live or aren't we? I need to refresh. Okay, we're live. So, for now, we're going to resume Tales of Graces F. I actually just learned, I looked at the Wikipedia article on the game. I think for various reasons, I think amongst them... well, actually, it was to kind of confirm a few things. One is that the main characters are actually adults through the bulk of the game. And from the cover art, at least, having not read any synopsis because I don't want to get into spoilers, but judging from the cover art, since I own it, this is a digital version of the game, you know, I don't really have the cover art at my disposal, so basically I had to look up the Wikipedia article and see what the cover art looked like, and it looked like they're all older characters, like in their teens, which is usually what Tales of games focus around, with I think the possible exception of Tales of Symphonia, which I was kind of wondering, like, is this going to be kind of like Tales of Symphonia, where you have kids who are actually, or main characters who are actually fairly young, or at least young looking, you know, like the, you know, they look like they're actually like maybe somewhere from like 14 to 16. You know, these characters look probably even younger than that to some extent. I don't know what their exact ages are, but yeah, they look fairly young for, you know, a JRPG that isn't Earthbound. So basically, I was just kind of curious, and apparently they do get older at some point, which may confirm my... Well, I don't know if it really confirms my suspicions, but it does feel like, okay, something like really tragic or terrible is going to happen, and then we're going to skip forward to X number of years later. Tales of Berseria kind of did that, but not quite this extreme. You know, like, I think she would be like 16 when all this bad shit went down. At least in the, you know, it was kind of presented as a flashback, so it's a little different. But anyway, the other thing that I learned, which I kind of suspected, but I wasn't really... I think I remember hearing that this was a remake of the game, which was originally on another platform, and I was like wondering, okay, well, maybe I explained, because I felt that the graphics were like I think I did say, like, in the previous installment, that, like, I felt like, okay, like, this is, I've been playing, like, on the PS4 with Berseria, and, like, maybe the graphics are just, like, so much better than the previous gen, that, like, and I'm so used to it that going back to it, it feels like PS2 graphics. And when I learned that this is actually a port, or, you know, maybe somewhat enhanced port of a game that was originally on the Wii, I'm like, okay, that now it makes sense. You know, because the Wii is basically maybe a slightly overclocked GameCube, basically. Which makes me wonder, I think maybe the only reason why the Wii U doesn't support GameCube games is because they didn't want to invest in, like, a just like the type of drive that could read the discs, or could accept the tiny GameCube discs. Like, it could probably run GameCube games. Like, I would maybe even imagine, like, someone could crack, like, the like, jailbreak the Wii U and, like, be able to play GameCube games in Wii mode. Like, which probably the only reason why we don't have GameCube emulation on the Wii U is probably because um, uh, Nintendo just didn't get around to it. And it would probably actually would try to require like some extra steps because the Wii and the Wii U are separate operating systems. So like the Wii operating system can read GameCube games more than likely, but the Wii U operating system probably couldn't. Like they need some additional software to actually make GameCube games run on the Wii U OS. Um, and either way, it's not going to happen. It's not happening. Like it's rumored that it will happen on the Switch. I'm not even sure it's a rumor. I think they may even said that they were going to have GameCube games on the Switch as Virtual Console. And we just haven't seen it yet. Anyway, let's roll the intro, actually, so I don't forget. Hopefully, while I was in the PlayStation menu, it sort of pauses the game in such a way that it's not gonna like record all the time I've been just idling. I wonder if when I get my own place and may have to pay my own electric bill, I'll be like, okay, I'm shutting off the systems when I'm not using them. Oh. The other option was never mind. Sure like their harpsichords. Oh yeah, on the subject of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, although I might bring this up later if the guy who was in here before comes back. I actually added a link to the description to my Steam wishlist, and if someone wants to basically donate a or gift me PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, then I will play it. I will play anything that's donated to me for Steam, from my wish list. I might even add something to my wish list if it's like, just requested, so that make it easier for people to gift it to me. But for games like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, that's gonna kind of be the thing. And even for like stuff that I'm just not familiar with, or I'm not really sure about, whether or not I want to pay for it myself and play it, it's gonna be kind of par for the course, because even if it's gonna get me a lot of views, even if it's going to potentially get me up very quickly to that milestone of 10,000 views that I need to be able to monetize my videos again. I just don't feel comfortable with that. Paying $30 to play a game that I'm probably going to play a few times and then get go back to getting pennies. That may build up to something that actually gets me a check from YouTube. It doesn't feel right to me. and any subscribers I might get from playing a PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds are people who want to see me play more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And if I don't end up liking the game that much, I don't think it would be right. Maybe it'll surprise me, and I'll like really enjoy it. But I am just not, like, I'm not into multiplayer focused games in general. I'm especially not into competitive multiplayer games, or deathmatch type of multiplayer games. This is like described as Battle Royale, and I've seen like maybe 15-20 minutes of Battle Royale. I don't know. I think I started watching it, and I either got bored or just really depressed. I can't remember which. Maybe a little combination of both. I really need to rewatch it one of these days and try to get through the whole thing, because it's supposedly a really great movie. Or I've heard it's a really good movie and worth watching. It's actually similar things happened with Attack on Titan, at least the anime. Like, I watched the first movie, I rented it, and then I'm thinking I might rent the second half. But that's kind of, I think the live action films like kind of work better. I think they just like flow better a lot of ways. Like, I'm sure the anime is great, but it's freaking depressing. Like, the first episode is just like not only grim, but it's I guess the difference between the movie and the anime, at least, like, if you just, I mean, I guess with the movie, I paid to rent it, so, it's kind of like, I gotta sit through and watch it. And also, the thing is it's, because it's condensed into, like, an hour or 2 hours or so, or however long it was, like, you get the action and the cool, like, visual effects and everything, and it just it makes you want to keep watching, and because it like has this different pace to it, like, as a whole product, it's and like I'm not stalling to continue playing the game. I'm just like wrapped up in what I'm talking about. Like, it just feels more satisfying, sitting down and watching the entire first movie, or live action movie, Attack on Titan, is just much more satisfying as a whole than sitting down and watching the entire first episode of Attack on Titan, because like at the end of the first episode, it's like, do I really want to keep watching? Like, I mean, I guess I kind of do, because, or I kind of should, because I know that, like, if the live action film is any indication, that it does kind of get better, and it's more action oriented, and it's not just about, like, people dying horribly, getting eaten alive by giant creatures. But yeah. Anyway, I guess on to the game. I got what? Okay. I'm not sure how I got talking about Attack on Titan. I think it was like kind of talking about preference, and yeah. I think it's also, I guess maybe at the end of the day, it's kind of like, if I suck at a single player game, I can blame it on bad game design. Like, purely on bad game design. Like, this game is poorly balanced. But if it's multiplayer, then it's actual people with skill who are killing me. And, like, I could maybe blame it on poor matchmaking, or I could blame it on the fact that, like, the game is just, in general, like, unwelcome to newcomers. And that could be a game design flaw, but there'd definitely be a very strong element of, like, I just suck at it. Okay, that's just like 2 bits of dialogue. There's no need to go this way. Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. I control this game.
Joink! Ouch! Don't pinch my cheeks! It really hurts! Asbel, cut that out! What's wrong with you? I found a piece of Creus on Lost Hill that was full of Eleth, but it's gone! I think Hubert stole it.
Asbel, what's that by your feet?
Oh, my Creus! Well, what do you know?
This happens every single time.
Huh. So I just found an item that's important to the rest of the game. I can actually rest here, so I don't need to talk to. Okay, where's her room? Yeah, I hope we can visit whoever that is. Okay. Like, are we just building up, or is he talking about the fountain itself? Like, are we expanding the fountain, or are we talking about, like, the water? It doesn't really look like that kind of fountain. It's more like downward. Went out past the apple tree. Oh. Giant tortoise? Maybe? Strata. So the cottage to the west. I think everyone's telling us that. An older woman. What? What? If you'd like to take things easy like I do, just hold O while you walk. It's easy, Cluck. I don't know. What would chicken sound like? If you'd like to take things easy like I do, just hold O while you walk. It's easy, huh? Okay, here we go. Here's the first thing. A mild-mannered chicken and gentle eyes seem to be trying to speak to you. Maybe this is Earthbound. We have a telepathic link to animals. Okay, let's talk to the Western Gatekeeper. Okay. We're climbing all the way up here to see a bunch of barrels. That's unusual that there's only one bit of dialogue. Master Asbel, you must never go near the northern border. Here, have a pickled plum. The other side of the border is swimming with scary, awful people. I like demons over there. Goodness gracious. The elderly dog, sleepy eyes, seem to be trying to speak to you. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. It is much fun. I can't do my Sticky D impression. Woof. Speaking of which, I forgot that I was going to talk about you about Woof. Maybe about getting you a gel? There we go. Even your dog is giving me treats. Okay. I'll steal some pork from your cupboard. I find my head some different dialect now that she's giving me treats. Okay, so O actually makes me slow down. Okay. What? Okay. Wait. Oh, Sharia's house, okay. Okay, that isn't west. It's Well, that's actually north. How do I go west, young man? Everyone's talking about the cottage.
I'm getting kind of hungry. Let's pick some apples before we go. I can't reach them. You're hopeless. Here, watch out. Let me do it. Hey, what?
Climb a tree.
You can't
You're a rambunctious young scamp.
shut up.
You kids want some apples? Here you go.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks, mister. Here, you have one too. Okay.
Now, boys, I heard you've been wandering around Lont Hill on your own.
Where'd you hear that?
In that case, why not take this along? You'll learn a whole lot, and you might even have some fun, too.
Wait, you're giving us a present? Oh, wow. A discovery book. What's that? It's a book that chronicles each region's rare products and places.
Whenever you find one, you can record it in the Discovery Book.
Hey, let's try it out. Something rare. Something rare. Aha! Asbel, you're not going to record the girl with amnesia, are you? Of course not. Let's just record the apple tree instead. Right, I'm on.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. The Vanity Original Sin free? Already? Oh, okay. That too. Actually, I have that, and I'm hoping to try and start up, or set up a GM mode adventure at some point.
I've never been down Westlands Road before. We come this way all the time to look at boats. Boats? If you keep going down this road, you'll reach the western port. They have boats from all over the world. I guess you really are a boy if you love boats. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? We're really gonna do this? You did it! Over already?
Oh, cool. Not for human consumption.
How nice! These look yum. I'll take one of them too. I already picked some. What are you gonna do with more? Maybe I want my own apple gel. What does that have to do with anything? If you bring a gel seed and an apple to a merchant or a Turtles, they can turn them into an apple gel. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought he just ate them. You shouldn't do that, Asbel. I don't think they're good for you raw. Hostiles! Take that! Yeah, take that! Yeah, take that! Yeah, try this one! Yeah, let's go! Yeah! Whew, close call!
Okay.
Here we go!
Nope. So much for that.
Stay away from me!
Turtles.
Hey, looks like you've got an apple and a gel seed, yeah? Then let's get dualizing.
Dualizing?
It's where you make an item by combining these things we call materials.
Can I really do that?
Sure, just talk to one of us turtles, or else hits the shops in town. But you's gonna need this first. It's a dualized book.
We have to read? What a pain.
You're getting all the books.
Yeah, kid? Well, no worries. I'll teach you.
Well, alright.
Now you just copy everything Zai does, yeah?
You got it.
Hey, don't be copying how I talks.
was easy.
What happened to the other kid?
Talent for such little tadpoles.
Hey, don't treat me like a kid.
You there! Approach and bear witness to the rare and mysterious arts of the Stratton Beastmaster!
Hey, do you recognize this girl?
Not in the slightest. Is she lost?
No, she has amnesia.
Oh, it's probably also lost.
Aw, how very unfortunate. Perhaps what she needs is to witness the astounding feats of a Beastmaster.
Okay, sure. Let's see what you've got.
Great! Prepare to be astounded! Ahem. Abracadabra! Hocus pocus, a front flip, go!
He's not moving.
No, this isn't supposed to happen!
Here, let me try. Abracadabra, front flip, go!
Holy moly! Hey, what other tricks can she do?
Woozle, wazzle, backflip, go! Front flip with a twist. Jump really high. Now spin. Spin around and then stop.
That was incredible! Wow, thanks for the great show, kids! Your friend here must be an acrobat from the circus! Or maybe an assassin femme fatale trained by a secret organization! Well, either way, it was pretty impressive. I hope you were paying attention, Puffy. Our act is gonna need some serious work. Let's get going.
Are we done? So she's either from the circus or an assassin. Really? I don't know. But those movements felt familiar, as if I'd done them before. Maybe the Beastmaster lady was right.
You are an assassin,
We should head home.
and she's
I doubt we'll find
assigned to
anything
kill
else
your
here.
father, probably. I knew it before he even finished the sentence. Don't be silly. You then take it for a walk. I wonder if they intentionally didn't change their dialogue.
Aspel, you could try giving me commands too. Huh? No, I'm good. Let's just go. Seriously, it's okay. Let's try it. You can give me any commands you want.
Oh, so she's that kind of girl.
Abracadabra. Go be quiet for a while. What are you two doing? Come on, Hubert. Let's go. Hey, wait up. Hey, don't leave me here.
Can't steal anything out of this chest? What good is it then? Phew.
I fight for justice. You did it. Bellringer.
Yeah, I think it has a similar. Mechanic 2. Okay. A rusted nail. It looks like you walk up there. Oh.
Here we go. Take that. Lisa from. Blade. I think that's all of them.
Okay. We can do it within the time limit, but whatever. What's the name of the child wolf? Wishboard has a funny nose. Giant eh. Okay. Want any more? Okay, so you give your whole survey and then okay, is there actual answers for these questions? Should I look them up? Do I get anything special for answering them correctly? No one knows. I'm not sure if I care enough to look up a game fact. I can't sell Aston's regular sword, original sword, so. Ah, that's why. Okay, so there's no new dialogue.
Oh, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, boys. Your father wishes to speak with you.
He's just gonna yell at us again. He doesn't know when to quit.
Asbel, you mustn't speak so of your father. He thinks only of you and your brother's best interests.
Not this again.
Your father is waiting in his study. Hurry along and see what he needs.
All right. Hey, Sharia, can you keep an eye on her until we get back?
Huh? Oh, sure.
You must forgive my son, Sharia. He puts you through so much trouble.
Oh no, it's no trouble.
Regardless, you should rest. You must be exhausted after all that Asbel put you through.
I didn't put her through anything.
You are the heir to the Lost Lordship, Asbel. You must learn to think more carefully about those around you. From now on, you are forbidden to take Sharia with you when you play. Do you understand?
No, Lady Carrie, please. I'm fine.
Sharia.
This is ridiculous. Dad's bad enough, but now you? I'll play with whoever I want. So you can just butt out.
Asbel.
Sharia.
Oh dear. You should take her home, Frederick.
Come along, Sharia.
I'm sorry.
Sharia.
We should go see what Dad wants.
Hey, you wanna come?
Yes.
It will help me to assassinate him.
You certainly took your time, Asbel. Who's the girl?
Oh, just an assassin sent to kill you.
We met her outside town. She seems to have amnesia. She doesn't remember who she is or where she's from.
Or who she's supposed to kill, fortunately.
Oh? Well, we can worry about such things later. I need to speak with you.
What is it now?
I received a letter from a very important man in the capital. His son is coming to visit Lont.
A visitor from the capital, huh?
That's rare, isn't it, Dad?
He's your betrothed.
This boy is around the same age as you, but you are not to approach or speak with him.
Oh, well.
He hails from one of the most powerful families in the Windor Kingdom. We cannot be seen to show him even the slightest disrespect. If something were to happen, it would be a blight on the Long's name. Do you understand, Asbel?
So make sure that girl does not assassinate him.
Why are you just asking me?
Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. As for the girl, I shall hand her over to the authorities. I'm confident they will be able to find her family. This is the best thing we can do for her now.
What? Huh?
What? No.
This plan should put your mind at ease, yes?
I want to be with Asbel.
You do?
What is this about, Asbel?
You don't want to go?
I don't know. But I want to stay with Asbel.
Are you in some sort of trouble?
Of course she isn't. Right?
Well, she cannot stay here. I will contact the authorities and make arrangements for her transfer.
Don't worry about it. I can take care of her.
What?
I can take care of her.
I'll take her on walks.
This is foolishness.
I'm serious.
Do you even understand what you're saying? You are a powerless child who couldn't possibly be entrusted with such responsibility.
I would take her for walks and clean her litter box and
How do you know if you don't let me try?
My lord, a messenger has arrived concerning our guest from the capital.
Right, send him in. Asbel, we shall continue this conversation later. Until then, stay out of trouble.
Damn it.
Come on, Asbel.
I'm going to help her, and I don't care what anyone says. Let's go.
Okay.
the heck we got. Was this Mario 64 all of a sudden? Okay. You sure went upstairs really quick. Okay, this is
Seems like all Dad knows how to do is treat me like a child. Can't stand it. Why am I the only one he ever yells at?
Well, you're the oldest, and that means you'll be the Lord of Light one day.
I'd rather become a knight in service of the king. The capital has a special training school for knights. Did you know that?
I've heard of it, but Asbel, can you really take care of this girl?
Yeah, I don't have a choice. I have to show Dad that I'm not just some useless child.
Well, yes, but
Hey, Sharia, you feeling better?
oh, yes, I'm fine. So, did your dad decide what to do with the mystery girl?
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of her.
What?
Don't shout like that. You'll make yourself sick again.
It's your fault! What do you mean you're going to take care of her?
I just mean I'll be responsible for her until we find out who she is.
What if we never find out?
Well, then I'll be with her for the rest of my life.
No, you can't do that! Are you kidding me? You just can't!
Too late. I've already decided.
Let it go, Sharia. He'll never change his mind now. Unbelievable!
no need to be jelly.
Hey, you're with us now, okay? Don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay.
But if you're gonna be our friend, we need to give you a name. How about Tiger Festival?
What?
You idiot! What kind of a girl would want a stupid name like that? Unbelievable! My brother's not very good with names.
Finally, what do you want to call her?
I don't know. We found her in a meadow, right? So maybe we should name her after a flower.
Sharia, what was the name of that flower I gave you?
It's called Soferia.
Soferia. Aha, I got it. We're gonna name her Sophie.
Sophie. Oh, it's kind of pretty. I agree. It's a good name.
All right, from now on, your name is Sophie. Is that okay? Sophie?
Sophie.
Well, do you like it or what?
My name is Sophie.
Nice to meet you, Sophie.
Hurry, this way.
Sophie, come on.
Where are they going?
Forgive me, young masters, but did Lord Aston perchance come this way?
He just ran by a second ago. It seems like he was headed out of town. What the heck happened?
The turtle's transport containing our young guest is long overdue. Lord Aston fears they may have met with tragedy on the road.
That guest must be the boy Dad was talking about.
We should go take a look for ourselves.
Don't be silly. What can we do? We'll just get in the way.
We won't know for sure unless we try. The kid's coming from the capital, so we should head in that direction. All right, everyone, let's get this show on the road.
Look down the road that we already went down before.
I'll show you what I got. Yeah. Bell ringer. Yeah.
You did it! Stay away from me! Hostiles!
Whew, close call.
Hostiles!
Please come for me.
No! Ow!
Gotcha.
I want to go home!
I didn't get hit. I felt someone else get hit. Huh. Like trading cards?
Hostiles!
Bell ringer. Bell ringer. Death strike.
What? Wait, you didn't get the bonus? Well, these save points are rather close together. They might as well give you just the ability to save whatever you want. Have you changed your title yet? Okay. Where are we supposed to go then? I'll probably be calling it a night shortly. Is there another exit from town? We're actually allowed to go at it. I hate when games do this because it's just... Okay, here we go.
This is the road that a visitor from the capital would use, right? This road that we're on now is called East Lot High Road. It connects Lot with the capital city of Verona, and is primarily
My Verona.
Prius gathered from the Lot region and joined. Ow! Don't pinch my cheeks. It hurts.
I think she's hurt enough, little brother. But you know, Sophie, Sharia's cheeks are great for pinching too.
No, Sophie, stop!
I think the system clock needs to be recalibrated. Not accounting for daylight savings.
What are you doing here? It's dangerous. Stay back.
Relax. We can handle this. All right. Just gotta draw one of them this way.
It's coming for us!
Asbel, Hubert.
Sharia, take care of the transport.
Right. This way, everyone. Hurry!
Bring it on. We fight hard. We can take her.
Blade! I want to go home.
Whew. I think they gave up. That's the last of them.
You fool!
What? What did I do now?
How many times must I tell you to stay put? You could have been hurt, or worse.
Stop.
Sophie.
Sophie? So she remembers something after all?
Actually, Asbel named her Sophie.
I see. I suppose you intend to play her guardian now.
That's not
Well,
what I...
she's actually kind of playing my guardian, to be honest.
Lord Aston. Is anyone hurt? We are well, thank you. Please accept my most humble apologies. I shall accept whatever punishment you deem fit for providing such inadequate protection.
In light of your son's bravery, I think this incident can be forgiven.
I am unworthy of such kindness, noble sir.
I
visitor, Master Richard, will be staying in the manor's guest chambers. I shall say this but once. Do not approach him for any reason. I will not accept any more troublemaking from you. Am I clear?
Yeah.
We should be off.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Please permit me to escort you the rest of the way.
Asbel, are you okay?
Oh, that was nothing.
That Richard person was inside the turtle's transport. I wish we could have met him.
Well, he'll be in the guest chambers.
Asbel, no. You can't possibly.
Oh, yes, I can. It's time to meet this Master Richard for ourselves.
But you can't. If Dad finds out, he'll have our heads.
Look, it'll be fine. We're just gonna take a peek. Now, let's get home and meet our
And then Sophie's gonna assassinate him. You gotta use reverse psychology. You gotta tell him, hey, you should totally do that. You're completely loud.
That turtle's transport was pretty impressive.
Did you see how Dad talked to that guy? The visitor must be really important.
He said he was close to Asbel's age.
Whoa! Sophie spoke up on her own.
Asbel, promise me you won't do anything stupid.
Dad said his name was Richard, right?
What a dick.
Okay. Let's get back to the manor.
Or there might be a save point, like just outside our house, or just inside. I don't know if there'll be another cutscene inside, like when we get inside, or. Shoo! Anyway, we'll get into this Lord or whatever coming to visit tomorrow probably. I finally got my replacement copy. I think I may have spoken about this of the Ayumi Hamasaki complete music videos Blu-ray. The first one I got was had a CD by that one, which I later learned is actually made by that girl from I think Battle Royale and Kill Bill. So I'm actually curious to listen to it, but like it was in place of the first disc of this set. So they sent me like a complete replacement of the whole thing, which is pretty awesome considering that this thing costs like $100 some bucks, which actually is, from my standpoint, is all the more reason to get me the product as a whole complete thing. Considering they goofed, I think they're maybe something of a pawnbroker, or I guess they have like multiple copies of the same thing, but fortunately, basically a second-hand retailer. Unfortunately, again, they had multiple copies of this, so they could send me a replacement. And since it was their goof, like inspecting the product that or when it came into them, and not noticing that there was a disc that was replaced with a CD, I kind of wonder if whoever sold it to them was like they lost the first disc or something out of the set, and they decided like, hey, let's just put a CD in place and see if they don't notice, because like the second Blu-ray in there was actually sealed, so I wonder if like they just like lost the first disc when they like watched it and like, oh, I'm gonna trade it in and like use the money to buy myself another copy, that has the first disc in it or something. And I don't know. I don't know if there's any ill intent on the part of whoever traded it in, but I can kind of imagine maybe there was. They're trying to pull one over, and they succeeded. Which is sad for the company that sold this to me, but it's good for me. I have like a CD of an artist I wasn't really aware of, and at least not from her musical work, although I think this is her only musical work, so but now I have like 2 copies of 3 of the discs. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do to them. I might give the set to Aaron or something. He's not a Ayumi Hamasaki fan, but maybe he's not like a non-fan. So, as far as I know, he doesn't dislike her music either. So, maybe he'll get some use out of it. Or maybe know someone who will enjoy it. I don't know. So anyway, thanks for watching. Go to Raja. You can follow us on Twitter, support us on Patreon, and now you also have the option to gift me something on Steam. I posted my wish list in the description below. On top, very top of it right now is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's not really the game I most want, but it might be a game that some people would want me to see me play. And it's the top of like when it comes to it being an actual wish list of things that I want people to donate to me, or I guess gift to me. That would be kind of like not personally on the top, but like it's on the top of the list of things that I wouldn't pay for myself. But again, I think at this point, like with my current, like, where I currently stand, like if it comes to a point where people like are like, I don't know, like I get such a following that there's just tons of people gifting me games all the time, then I might not be able to guarantee at that point, which is probably years from now, if it ever happens. But at that point, like I may not be able to guarantee that I will do a live stream of every game that is gifted to me on Steam. But at this point, I think I can say with some confidence that I will do at least one stream of any game that's gifted to me. Like, don't hold me to it long term, but in the short term, at this point in time when this stream is being put up there, I think I can say with some confidence that I will almost certainly, anything that's gifted to me from my wish list, I will stream. Whether it's something that I'm particularly interested in or not, I mean, I guess if it is on my wish list, I have some interest in it, but Battlegrounds is probably the thing I'm least interested in. I'm curious enough. I guess that may be a rule of thumb. Like you could also like make a request in the comments, or something, and if I think it looks interesting, or if it's, I guess, popular, it might get me some views if I play it, which is the case with Battlegrounds. I'm also a little curious about it since it's really popular. Popularity must come from somewhere. I just don't feel it's worth paying $3 out of my own wallet, especially with the SNES Classic coming out, that I might buy if I can find one. But I want to have, with Broketober coming up, although I think the main expenses are like, well, South Park Stick of Truth, which I'm getting for my birthday, so that's Stick of Truth. Fractured But Whole, although Stick of Truth, I think it's gonna be a bonus for pre-ordering it or something. But anyway, that's kind of the big one. I'm also getting, toward the end of the month, I'm getting Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, which is from the same people who did Betrayal at House on the Hill. I was thinking getting Betrayal at House on the Hill, but then this was announced and I heard about it, and like I go, okay, like Dungeons and Dragons meets a really cool board game that I'm interested in. Like, this is a version to get. So I might try and do like either a live stream or perhaps a recording of me playing it with some friends and friends of friends, because that could be pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'd be able to live stream it just because that might be a little too complicated to set up, but I will try to film it in some capacity, and or we'll probably film it. I don't think recording it would be, like, audio wise, would be as entertaining. But yeah, I'll try to do something with it for the channel. And then another thing I might do is defend the Original Sin 2. I'll probably sooner I'll be doing the single player. thing, because obviously doing the GM mode is going to take some preparation. It's going to take probably some volunteers. Like if you're watching this and you're interested in playing GM mode with me, you can post in the comments or message me or something, and we could possibly work something out, because I don't really know a whole lot of PC gamers. Actually, I kind of know one PC gamer, so I might. And I think he's also kind of into D&D stuff, so maybe he owns this game, and I mean, yeah. So I mean, I can always get him a copy because I have the GOG version. So it would be kind of lending him an extra copy of the game. Anyway, in any case, I hope to do something with the GM mode, because I'm excited to explore it, and I would obviously want to play it mainly as a GM, although I would kind of be willing to play it with someone else as a GM. I'm just more interested in GMing myself and potentially presenting a story, and perhaps even doing something with my Legends of Turion campaign setting, which I've been wanting to do for a while. So look forward to that. Like, there will be some Divinity Original Sin is definitely going to be featured on this channel in some capacity. Or Original Sin 2 will be featured on the channel in some capacity in the nearish future. So look forward to that. So, with all that said, as always, LCS and DFTBA, I will see you in my next live stream. Bye bye.